There's a little bit of like a tongue-in-cheeky, coverage of this Columbia student who basically has turned his own cheating into an AI company, which obviously brings up this whole concept of, is AI cheating? People are getting a little nervous about how much kids are using ChatGPT and integrity in class. At the same time, the big AI companies just continue to do these huge things. We saw OpenAI this week say they're actually going to not do the for-profit conversion that they were talking about, which is a big deal actually. And we also saw a couple of articles about how the new ChatGPT is hallucinating more, including a big Times article about how some of the hallucinations are even getting worse. So this idea of hallucination and integrity issues, they don't quite go away. And I still think there's a little bit of like a push and pull when it comes to AI in educational context. But what stood out to you?
Yeah, what I'm following a lot is computer education and AI literacy and how that field is evolving. A really provocative post from friend of the pod, Drew Bent from Anthropic, where he talked a little bit about how in the past, 80% of a coder's job or a developer's job was to actually write the code, and 20% was code review. And now that has flipped to 80-20 the opposite way, because you're largely reviewing AI written code. And so he reframed coding almost as a literacy issue. Like your ability to read and edit is actually the kind of goal. And so what are the building blocks of coding that you need to be a good editor? And some of that means learning to code, because in order to edit code, you need to know how to write code. And so that might be nice and overlapped with ways we've been doing it now, but also bringing in code review much earlier into a software engineer's learning experience. And I think that that's a striking reframe